Welcome back, guys. This is a 15-minute video for sciatic pain. If you don't have sciatic pain, that's okay. You're going to find this great for mobilizing the lower back, maybe you have some lower back pain, and really good for opening up the hips as well. We're going to start in all fours in a tabletop position and working into a cat-cow. So really arching the spine and tucking the chin into the chest, drawing the belly in, and then really arching, pulling the shoulders down, extending the spine, extending the neck, and breathing out. Really tuck up and then breathe out and looking up. We're going to do this 4 or 5 times, and each time you're working to try and round more and arch more, so you're just gaining more and more flexibility as you go along. You will feel yourself able to go further each time. Remember to keep breathing. Nice slow breaths as you do this. Next up, we're going to tuck our toes and work into a down dog. These are 2 really good warm-ups to do before you do anything more difficult or complex, because it really gets the whole body working and moving. For this position, I'm going to keep the knees as bent as possible and really lengthen the spine, keeping the head nice and neutral. And then I'm going to pedal out my legs, but at the same time, I'm doing a twist, looking under the underarm. Take your time, find the areas that you want to work in. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I just like to feel how my body is responding as I go along. Next up, we're going to work into a pigeon pose. So move your hands slightly forward, bring your leg up towards your hands, and you want to have your shin in a right angle. This can be really challenging for most people, and you'll want to bring your foot towards your hip. If this is the case, grab yourself a yoga block and prop yourself up and aim to get your ankle further away from you. This may take some time, so don't worry if it doesn't look perfect yet, but let's just try and aim to achieve this position. From there, you can walk your hands forward, reaching forward, finding that position where you're getting the most out of the stretch, but still able to relax into it. Again, we're going to do some breathing here. I try and do about 5 breaths throughout each position. If you're feeling really good, you can come down further, reach over the leg, coming down to the elbows. If this is too much, you are able to be up on your hands, just finding that zone that you'll feel comfortable. Take a few breaths here. Center yourself, take your time, relax into it. There's no need to be afraid of the pain, you are always in control. Coming out slowly, you're going to push up, take that leg back, and take your block across to the other side. Again, aiming to get that foot up near your hands and get that knee at a right angle, nice and forward of the body. Take your time settling in, a few deep breaths here, and as you start to feel comfortable, you can work your way forward over the leg. Breathing, remembering to breathe, feeling okay with the pain and the intensity. You are in control. Only a few more seconds here. Taking a deep breath and coming out nice and slow. Pedal out the legs if you need to, just to help yourself relax and reset from that stretch. Working into a down dog, just relaxing and resetting. And we're going to come on to our bottoms. For this one, I like to use a block. If you can do it without a block, great. But if you're really inflexible, I would definitely suggest doing this on something a little higher. A block works really well, even 2 blocks. You can use a bolster or anything like that. You're going to bring one leg in that right angle in front of you. You want nice straight shins out in front of you. Again, not letting the feet come towards the hip. You want to push them away, and you're going to stack one on top of the other, almost like a cross-legged position, except your ankle is on top of the knee. You want to have your feet flexed, and the more you lean back, the easier this stretch is. So you'll see I place my hands behind me, open up the chest and lean back. If you want more intensity, work the knees down towards the ground or bring the arms forward over the top, or just sit neutral. It depends on how flexible you are, how comfortable you are, where you're going to position your upper body for this one. Again, taking a few deep breaths here. And take your time coming out of this position. We're just going to switch over to the other side now. Same deal, take that foot right across the body. Make sure your shin is parallel to your body and place the other foot on top of the knee. Take a deep breath and try and get comfortable. Keep the feet flexed, lean back and begin to take your breaths. Last deep breath, and coming out nice and slow. Just rocking the legs back and forth to help alleviate any leftover tension from that. Just reset the hips a little, get them moving through. Remembering to breathe through these little transitions as well. The more you breathe and relax into your sessions, the more you're going to get out of them. The reason being is that when your body is stressed, you'll tend to not breathe. So if you can push through with your breathing, your body will relax into the positions that you're giving it. Next, we're going to use a roller. If you've got a cork roller, that's great for the glutes because it's a little bit harder than foam rollers. You can place your knee on top or out in front for this one, but I want you to roll to the side that you're working in. So if you're working on your right side, you're going to roll towards the right side. You're going to have your right foot on top of the knee. I like to do little circles rolling around. Make sure I'm hitting the inside, the outside, the top and the bottom of the glute. Again, making sure you're breathing. Let's switch sides. Placing the left foot on top of the right knee this time. And same thing, doing little circles, forward and back, side to side, playing around, finding any points that need a little bit more work and spending some time on those. Focus on the breathing. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now we're going to go onto our backs. This is for a nice gentle glute stretch. Before we do that, you're going to rock your knees side to side on your back just to relieve any of that extra tension. Placing the foot on top of the knee, reaching through to grab the knee and then laying back down. Few breaths here, and then you can start to rock side to side. Again, just finding any points of tension that might need a little bit more time. From there, you're going to put your hand on top of your knee and push the knee away. As any stretch becomes more intense, that's when you want to take a deep breath in and breathe it out. We're going to switch now. Reset the hips, rock them side to side. Make sure your hips are back in the center before you change. Left foot on top of the right knee this time. Spending some time here breathing and relaxing into the stretch. Doing some rocking back and forth. Take your time and work on any of those points that need extra attention. When you're ready, you're going to take your arm away and push into the left knee. A few more deep breaths here. Now, as we're on our back already, we're going to work into some lying twists. These are amazing at opening up the chest and the upper back. And when we open up the upper back, we don't put as much pressure on the lower back. If the upper back is stiff and not moving, the lower back is going to take that load. So stretch out your left leg along the floor, bring your right leg up into a right angle and take it all the way across the body. You want to adjust and make sure you're comfortable before you open up, taking your right arm straight out ahead and then opening up over your shoulder. We don't want to let the shoulder rotate in or become bent at the elbow. We want to keep it nice and straight and find that chest stretch while we're here as well. Take a deep breath in and breathe it out. If you're finding this really difficult, you can place a block under that knee. That will help take the pressure off. If you're comfortable here, just keep working. Focusing on the breath. When you're ready, take your time, slowly reversing back into a neutral position. Get comfortable, lengthen out the right leg, take the left leg into a tabletop. Take the right hand across that knee, all the way over to the other side. Reach the left arm across the body, relax the head down, and then open up all the way. Again, not rolling or letting that shoulder roll in or letting the elbow bend. We want to keep it nice and straight and long, looking to the ceiling, remembering to breathe, letting that arm slowly fall to the ground. We want to feel the stretch in the chest. We want to feel the twist throughout the back. So don't let your body collapse into a position that feels more comfortable. Focus on the stretch and the muscles and where we need it most. A reminder to breathe through this. Beautiful. Let's come back in nice and slow. Take your time. Especially if you have pain in your hips, you want to be doing this very slowly. If you're feeling like your sciatic is playing up, make sure you take it really slow. To get up, make sure you roll to your side to turn yourself over. Forehead to your hands and just relaxing and letting the spine neutralize just for a few moments. This next stretch is probably the most challenging. So for this one, you're just going to prop yourself up slightly. You want to bring your right leg up into a 90-degree angle and place your right foot under your left knee. If that is enough for you, you can stay there. If you want a little bit more, you're going to take your right arm underneath your chest, thread it through, placing your left hand on the ground to push yourself up and try and rotate towards the left. As I mentioned, this can be the most challenging exercise, so if just having your knee out and pushing up is enough, feel free to stay there. If you're with me, make sure you're doing some breath work here, deep breaths in and breathing it out and trying to relax into this position. I always get loads of pops and clicks when I do this one. Coming back to neutral now, we're going to switch sides. Right leg goes long, left foot tucks under the right knee. Push up a little bit. And you're going to take your left arm under your chest and through, using your right arm to push. Again, if this is too much for you, just lying neutral is fine. If you're with me, taking some deep breaths here as well. When you're ready, untuck the foot, come back into neutral, take your time, resting your head down on your arms, bringing your feet in and just rocking them side to side. This doesn't need to look pretty, we just want to relax the hips a little bit, neutralize them again, make sure they're moving through the full range. when you're ready, we're going to slowly come up and we're going to push back down into a child's pose. Bring your feet together, knees slightly apart. Just settle the hips in there before you slide your arms out forward, tuck the chin, forehead to the ground. Take a deep breath here and relax into it. And that's it, guys. That is our session for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope this has left you feeling amazing and given you some relief from your lower back pain or sciatic pain. Equipment used in this session can be found in the notes. Please drop me a comment if you have any questions. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing for more videos just like this one.